Hello, it's Lucy, and we're creating a thumbnail, whether that's for YouTube or Facebook. And you might think, why do I need to do this? Well, essentially, when you create a piece of video, very often it might be your face looking like, or whatever it may be, and you want to make your face look slightly appealing. And if you put a thumbnail on top of your video, it stands out. It makes it into the magazine cover. So particularly on YouTube, it means that your video will stand out because the thumbnail image can be something that makes it compelling, it makes people want to click on the video. And particularly on YouTube, this can mean that people who don't know you will actually watch your video. So when you stand out in the timeline, your video will get seen. So the more that you can stand out, the more you can give people a reason to watch your video, they will watch. So it's really worthwhile creating a thumbnail. It doesn't take long. Do it in Canva, super easy. The other thing to say with it is when you save the thumbnail, you can then make sure you save it with the same title as the video. So if your YouTube video is how to make a million, make sure that your thumbnail, the file name is how to make a million. So that then when it comes to kind of the analytics, the machinery behind YouTube, they understand the title of the video and the thumbnail match up and it's all in symmetry. So that it will say, oh yes, this is about this topic. And you want to ensure everything is in alignment on YouTube so that your video ranks #1. And of course, when you have great content on your thumbnail that looks really impressive, you will stand out even more. So let's do this. Let's dive in. We're going to create a YouTube thumbnail. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to canva.com and I'm going to type in YouTube and up comes YouTube thumbnail. And essentially there's quite a few designs that you can choose that are already created within Canva. So as you look down them, you want to have one that is easy to read. So for example, this one is not easy to read. It doesn't stand out. This stands out. This stands out. This typeface is harder to read. You know, this one is pretty good if it's, you know, you're baking a pie or something. You want something that really will stand out and make people go, oh, I want to know about that. So I'm going to go with this one here. So you want to include a photo of yourself. In my folders, I have a bunch of photos of me. Now, you could use a screenshot of actually the video, if you really want to see that one, or you could have a more kind of something like that. I would, in this case, I would actually flip this image round so you could turn it this way. So it's kind of more leaning into the, and then you change to your brand colors. If you wanted to do something like that, I would go with this pink and maybe red to stand out. So now if we compare this thumbnail to YouTube itself, let's have a look. So I'm just on my homepage and let's see the ones that work. So if we look here at some of these images, so, you know, this one here, the millionaire morning routine, this kind of says exactly what it does and it makes it look quite luxurious. This one is really easy to read and it has this added benefit of saying subtitles in Spanish, so that's going to get extra views. You know, it's very clear to read. This one, you sort of see the massive weight loss of this person, and although the text could be, you know, bigger, easier to read. As we scroll down, there's lots of kind of celebrity things which are they speak for themselves. They don't need to sell themselves. When you are, on YouTube without necessarily having a brand, you want to ensure that you have, a really strong title. So, whether that's create your product, what do you want? Do you want to love yourself, or free content, or whatever it may be? You want to have the title on there so it really stands out. So if we go back here, that you want to make this really big, and whatever it may be. So how to stay healthy this summer, or 10 best ways to, whatever it may be, lose weight, or cook blueberry pie, or learn how to understand SEO, or whatever it may be, that the thumbnail needs to really hook us in. Now, you will also notice on these thumbnails that the title on the graphic is not the title that's here. So sometimes if we go to my channel, I have very complex titles that are the SEO title. And let's have a look at one. So how to grow your YouTube, but the title is much, much longer. What to work on when your channel isn't growing, how to set up your YouTube channel for future success. So if you are creating content, don't necessarily always go with the title of the video. Go with something shorter, snappier, that is going to really help you stand out. And so it's easy to read, because remember, when you're creating your thumbnail, it's, you're looking at it and it's a postcard size, but actually when you're seeing it and it's, here, you need to be able to read it easily. And so if it's sort of scriptive text, or if it's too small, it's going to be really hard to read. And I often will look at my thumbnails and I'll go back and repeat them if they're not easy enough to read. So for example, this one I created about 3 times because it was too small and not easy to read. So really focus on being easy to read, easy to understand. Okay, I hope that makes sense, and we'll talk. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it useful. I share lots of tips and strategies to help you build and grow your online audience. If you like it, I would love you to subscribe. Please click on the link below.